Hello, it's Dumplet here. Here's an item on logarithms. So there is a real number x such that the equation on the screen is true. If the value of the logarithm of 22x with base 20x can be expressed as the logarithm of m over n with base 10, where m and n are relatively prime positive integers, or we could just say that m over n is in lowest terms. Now we're asked to get m plus n, so the sum of the numerator and the denominator. Credits to the American Invitational Math Examination for this item. As usual, pause this video if you'd like to give this item a try. But if you're done, let us dive into the solution. Now, the first time I saw this question, I decided to do the following. Now, I decided to use the change of base formula to rewrite the equation, as you can see. Now, this is technically doable because I realized that, for example, the first term over there, the log 22x, I could express it as log 22 plus log x using the properties of logarithms. And I could do it also for obviously the other three terms here. And essentially, this will be an equation in terms of log x. But the problem is, I think it's going to be pretty bad because log 22, log 20, log 202, and log 2, they aren't really nice values. So this probably might be not the strategy for the question. So I decided to go back to the question and realize that, okay, we're not asked for log x, we're not asked for x, we're asked for a very weird value. So I decided to do the following. So let's just say we're going to set this equal to k, right? We're going to set this equal to k, and essentially I will have two equations. So the first one, it's going to be this one, all right? And then the second one is going to be this one. And I realized, oh, this is just very simple now because it's an equation in two variables. So I have two equations, so I should be able to solve for the variables. And that's the reason why I believe that this question was actually intentional in a way that I think it's very clever because, okay, I'm going to change it to the exponential form. So I'll have 20x raised to k. That's going to be equal to 22x, 2x raised to k. That's going to be 202x. And then I realized that, okay, if I divide the first equation by the second equation, I would get a pretty interesting 10 raised to k, which came from 20x divided by 2x raised to k, because they're both raised to the kth power anyways. And then the right-hand side is just 22x divided by 202x, and then just writing the right side in simplest form. So we have a very nice expression for k. And rather interestingly, well, 10 raised to k is 11 over 101. So I could write k as a logarithm with base 10. So k would be equal to the logarithm of 11 over 101 with base 10. And rather interestingly, k is the value that we want. And then the format that we're given is literally log of m over n in lowest terms with base 10. So we know that m over n should be equal to this 11 over 101. So that's going to give us m plus n is just 11 plus 101. And that's going to give us the final answer of 112. So a rather interesting problem from the American Invitational Math Examination, and it really just shows that we could be creative in our solutions, all right? So 112 is the final answer. Hopefully you guys learned something new from this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.